Miku Logic Paint S. And, yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? I moved. I don't have anywhere to sit down now because I threw out my old chair, so yeah, I guess I'll just stand here. Oh shit, I was supposed to review Story of Seasons, wasn't I? Hatsune Miku Logic Paint S is a Switch port of a mobile game called Hatsune Miku Logic Paint. That's what the S stands for. It's a puzzle game featuring nonograms, also known as Picross, and like a billion different names, one of which is Logic Paint, apparently. It's a type of puzzle where you color in cells of a grid to create a picture. Now, I know that doesn't sound like your typical game featuring Hatsune Miku. And it isn't. It's just a puzzle game with a Vocaloid skin. Yes, I said Vocaloid. Despite the obvious branding, Miku isn't the only one here. Yeah, it's the usual 6 that Krypton has the rights to, I guess. Rin, Len, Mako, Luca, and of course, my boy, Kaito, who are represented through chibis that all look pretty similar. And that's about it. Like I said, this is just a puzzle game with Vocaloid packaging, so it's not exactly Project Mirai DX where you can hang out with the Vocaloid of your choice and put them in cute outfits. Nah, it's pretty bare bones. Pick the Vocaloid you like best, and they'll be on the menu and reacting with limited movement next to the puzzles. Speaking of puzzles, there's a lot of them. Over 350, in fact. They range from 5x5 to 20x20 grids, and the way you solve them is to use the numbers on the edges to figure out which cells need to be filled in. That's not a great explanation, and honestly the in-game one isn't much more detailed, but it's pretty easy to figure out. Kinda reminds me of Sudoku. Not sure which came first. As for the puzzles themselves, well, they're just puzzles. They're the focus of the game, and they're fun, but there's not really anything here you couldn't find on a phone app. And you might have a better time there because you can actually use the touchscreen. You know, the Switch is basically a tablet with a vent. Why are most Switch games not touchscreen compatible? Anyway, yeah, it's controller only. You can paint the squares, check off the ones you think are blank, or mark squares you think will be painted. You can also get hints, but you lose a star for using them. Speaking of hints, there's an assist mode that's on by default, which tells you the numbers you filled by graying them out. I'm sure there's a lot of hardcore Picross fans that don't like that because it makes the game too easy, but I left it on because I refuse to get good. Since the puzzle is all one color, it's not very obvious what image you're making unless it's some sort of symbol. Actually, guessing what the picture was before it was revealed became a big part of the game for me. A bento box. Damn it. A flower. Nice. An instrument. Okay, that's definitely a pair of boots. Oh, shut up, that counts. A hand pointing, maybe? There's also special puzzles that join together to make a bigger picture. And if you're not super into pixel art, finishing puzzles unlocks official art in the gallery. And there is a lot of that. A lot. And I mean, it's worth it. I never would have known how much I needed steampunk Kaito in my life. Aw, Miku's so cute. And is that Len as a centaur? Okay, yeah, some of these are weird. But you can also unlock music. There are 18 tracks you can listen to, and you can set any of them to play on the home screen or during the puzzle. Which, well, okay, I admit I don't play with the sound on all that often, but the song you pick for the puzzles just repeats forever while you're playing it, and I have to imagine that would get annoying. And yeah, you can change it, but it'd be better to have the option to cycle through the whole playlist of songs. Why can't I do that? Anyway, that's about all the game has to offer, I think. Oh wait, the clock and the window are in real time. Cool. But yeah, this is a pretty basic puzzle game. Its biggest selling point is its branding. It's a lot of fun, but I can't say it's any more fun than the million other Picross games like it. Although, if you're still mourning Miku Expo 2020 like I am, maybe it'll help fill the void. Maybe. And that's the review. I know it probably seems like I've moved on from the channel, but I'm not ready to hang up the hat quite yet. I got distracted by a more successful venture, and working full-time is a pain in the ass, but I'd still like to come back here every now and then to talk about games and such. What I'm trying to say is, I'm not done yet. I'm not. So, if you're still here, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.